Lions are thought of as terrifying predators for a reason. Their massive claws and teeth alone make them a threat to just about every animal that gets in their way. Despite this, many people get up close and personal with these big cats every single day. Adolfo, a man who adopted a lioness several years ago, clearly wasn't afraid of interacting with dangerous animals. In fact, he would step right into the cages with the lions on a daily basis. Still, this was dangerous, no matter what kind of experience he had, and that was no more evident than when he reunited with that one lioness he adopted, Kiera. Would she remember him, or would she tear him apart? Lions are known as the kings of the jungle for a reason. As predators sitting at the top of the food chain, there's really no match for their gigantic claws and razor-sharp teeth. Just the mere thought of encountering one in the wild is enough to send anyone running for the hills. Yet even with this knowledge of how vicious lions can be, there are still plenty of people who choose to step into cages with them and train them. One such man was a lion trainer named Adolfo, who spent a great deal raising a lion cub named Kiera. Unlike most people, Adolfo had thrown all caution to the wind and spent the majority of his time training lions and lionesses like Kiera. And while they spent a good amount of her early life together, they were eventually separated. By the time Adolfo had finished training Kiera, she was still a cub. At that time, he had to make his rounds and begin training a number of other lions how to perform tricks and be well behaved. Since his departure, Kiera's lived at the Black Jaguar White Tiger Foundation. As time passed, Kiera grew into a beautiful, strong lioness. In fact, she grew so much that she was barely recognizable from the time she spent with Adolfo. Soon enough, she was fully grown. Luckily for Kiera, there were a number of other big cats at the facility, so she had her paws full with different friends to roam around with and chase on any given day. Still, seemingly, nothing could replace her old companion. So when the staff at the Black Jaguar White Tiger Foundation received word that Adolfo was returning to their facility to visit with Kiera, they were absolutely elated. They just had to keep it a secret from her because they wanted it to be a big surprise. Kiera had changed so much, though, would she remember Adolfo? That was a risk everyone was willing to take. On the day of the big reunion, Kiera was acting as she normally would. After all, she had no reason to suspect that her old friend was popping by to say hello. Then, the staff at the facility were alerted that Adolfo had arrived and would be approaching Kiera's enclosure in a mere matter of moments. They brought her over to the gate to await her special surprise, but they weren't sure how she'd react once she saw the man. As Adolfo approached from a distance, Kiera seemed hesitant. Who was this man, and why was he approaching her enclosure? Then she did something shocking when he came close enough. Adolfo and Kiera clearly have a strong bond, all those years apart, and it was as if they'd been together every day.